The night the documents appeared online began quietly, almost too quietly for something that would soon shake the entire drama industry. At first, it was only a small post circulating inside a private entertainment forum where industry assistants, editors, and anonymous insiders often exchanged whispers about upcoming productions. The post contained a few blurred photographs of what looked like script pages. Nothing unusual at first glance. But the caption beneath those pages made people pause. The caption claimed that the pages were from a major upcoming drama starring Dylan Wang, and that several romance scenes had been altered personally by him before filming began. According to the post, Dylan had crossed out entire sections of scripted intimacy involving another female lead and demanded that the scenes be rewritten. At first, many people dismissed it as another rumor. The entertainment world is filled with edited screenshots and fabricated stories designed to generate attention. But then something happened that changed everything. More pages appeared. These pages were clearer. The red markings were visible. Lines were crossed out deliberately, not randomly, and next to them were short handwritten notes. The notes did not contain dramatic language. They were calm, direct, and precise. One of the notes simply read that the romantic scene should be removed because it did not align with the direction of the character. Another note suggested replacing the scene with a neutral conversation. Within minutes, the screenshots began spreading beyond the small forum and onto larger social media platforms. Fans who recognized the handwriting from previous behind-the-scenes production photos began pointing out something startling. The handwriting looked exactly like Dylan Wang's. The story exploded. Entertainment bloggers started reposting the pages with dramatic headlines claiming that Dylan Wang had refused to film romance scenes unless they involved Shen Yue. The claim was shocking enough on its own, but what made it even more explosive was the possibility that it might be true. Fans immediately began analyzing the leaked pages frame by frame. One of the most widely shared screenshots showed a romantic scene description where the male lead was supposed to lean close to the female lead during a quiet moment. That entire paragraph had been crossed out with a single decisive line. Beneath it was a handwritten comment saying the moment should be rewritten to focus on character dialogue instead. What stunned people was how deliberate the changes looked. These were not random edits made by a production assistant. They looked like the decisions of someone who had strong influence on the final script. Inside production circles, the tension grew quickly. Several anonymous crew members reportedly began confirming that there had indeed been discussions on set about adjusting certain scenes. According to one assistant director who spoke privately to a journalist, Dylan had insisted that some romance moments felt unnecessary and distracted from the storyline. But the public was already forming a different narrative. Fans believed the edits were connected to Shen Yue. The connection between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue had always fascinated audiences ever since they worked together on Meteor Garden. Their on-screen chemistry had created one of the most passionate fan communities in modern drama culture. Even years later, people continued to speculate about their relationship off-camera. Now the leaked script pages seemed to add fuel to that long-running fascination. Within hours, the screenshots were trending across several entertainment platforms. Comment sections filled with emotional reactions from fans who believed the documents proved that Dylan valued Shen Yue above any other co-star when it came to romantic storytelling. Some people called it loyalty. Others called it professionalism. And some critics warned that if the claims were accurate, it could place Dylan in a dangerous position with production companies who expect actors to perform scripts exactly as written. While the internet debated endlessly, the production studio behind the drama remained completely silent. That silence only made the speculation louder. Fans began searching for any previous interviews where Dylan had spoken about his approach to romantic scenes. One clip from an older press conference resurfaced and began circulating widely. In the clip, Dylan had been asked about filming emotional scenes with different partners. His answer had been thoughtful and measured. He said that chemistry between actors was important, but authenticity mattered even more. He explained that when a romantic scene did not feel honest, it became difficult to portray it convincingly. At the time, the comment had seemed ordinary. Now people were interpreting it very differently. Meanwhile, inside a quiet editing room somewhere in the city, a production staff member reportedly watched the chaos unfold online with growing concern. According to that source, the leaked pages had originally been part of a revision draft circulated internally among writers and producers. They were never meant to leave the studio. But now they were everywhere. Late in the evening, a second wave of leaks appeared. This time the documents showed an entire scene outline that had been modified. In the original version, the male lead was supposed to share a deeply emotional moment with a different female character during a late-night conversation. In the revised version, the moment had been shortened and transformed into a simple dialogue exchange with no romantic tension. The internet erupted again. Fans began asking the same question repeatedly. Was Dylan Wang quietly protecting the legacy of his partnership with Shen Yue? The speculation reached an even higher level when a well-known entertainment reporter posted a short message claiming that producers had been aware of Dylan's preferences for some time. According to the reporter, Dylan had never openly refused a role or broken a contract. Instead, he simply negotiated subtle adjustments to ensure scenes felt genuine to him. That distinction mattered, because it meant the situation might not be a rebellion against the industry. It might simply be an actor trying to maintain a consistent emotional narrative in his work. Still, the mystery remained unresolved. Where did Shen Yue stand in all of this? Interestingly, Shen Yue herself had not made any public comment about the leaked scripts. Friends close to her described her reaction as calm and slightly amused by the sudden attention. One insider said she had laughed when someone showed her the screenshots and said the internet always loved creating dramatic stories. But even that quiet reaction only deepened the intrigue. Fans interpreted her silence as confidence. Some believed she already knew about Dylan's decisions long before the documents leaked. Others imagined secret conversations between them where they discussed the direction of their careers and how they wanted to be portrayed on screen. By the time the sun rose the next morning, the story had transformed into something much bigger than a few crossed-out script pages. It had become a symbol. For some fans, it represented loyalty between two actors whose connection had defined an entire generation of drama viewers. For critics, it raised questions about how much influence major stars should have over storytelling decisions. And for the industry itself, it served as a reminder that even the smallest change in a script can ignite a global conversation. But one thing remained certain. The world was watching Dylan Wang and Shen Yue more closely than ever before. Because if the leaked documents were real, they hinted at something powerful happening behind the scenes. Not a scandal, not a contract dispute, but a quiet declaration of artistic conviction that had somehow escaped into the public eye. And now that the secret was out, the audience could not look away. If you want the full story to unfold and discover what producers revealed next and how Dylan finally responded to the leak, stay with us and follow the next chapter of this unfolding drama, because what happened after these pages surfaced shocked even the people who thought they understood the entire situation.